talk more is Suzanne Schott, Associate Professor of Political Science at North Central College. Suzanne, thanks for checking in today. I know you were watching the proceedings very closely here. What stood out for you when you compared it to the last proceedings that we saw against former President Trump?
Yeah, I found it interesting, as was just reported, that this impeachment is much simpler in terms of it's one article and it seems to be sort of cut and dry. But what I found very interesting was that the defense of the president, now former president, seems to be quite similar to the defense when he was impeached a year ago, which is that this is a politically motivated sort of hate on the left because they're afraid of his political power. They're afraid of him being able to win another election. It's retribution for him winning the 2016 election. And so while the two trials are quite different in terms of substance, really the defense is quite similar. And it didn't really, I would argue, didn't hold up well the first time. I don't think it's going to hold up well this time at all.
Yeah, and they talked about insatiable lust for impeachment that went on and on. So that was a key term for them. What impact do you see this having on the American people when you compare it to, the last impeachment that we saw? This one much simpler.
Yeah, and because, as has been brought up, the senators who are now sworn in, as jurors were also the witnesses, and so they, do we need testimony, and do we need more documents? Do we need witnesses? Some of that came up and was shut down in the first impeachment. The question of whether that might be necessary in this one, is a little different because they're all there. But what I think is so interesting is that while this is simple and it seems to be cut and dry, the division over the actual facts of what happened and who was to blame is more divided this time than before, even though it seems more obvious than the last one.
What about the case that the House managers made showing the video of edited moments of the insurrection as it happened and its effectiveness, and then the rebuttal from Trump's lawyers? Tell us about how you viewed those two arguments.
I think that this was critical for the House managers to do, especially because of what we've seen for the past month is that Republicans and some of those that are supporting the former president quite closely are saying, well, the Democrats are upset about violence in this case, but not upset about violence in other cases. Over the summer, for example, when rioters were coming on the backs of the Black Lives Matter movement to engage in criminal activity. And I really think what the House managers were doing was to try to remind the American people, the senators and everyone else, what happened on January 6th is different. It's awful. It is a level that we had not seen before. And to evoke that emotion in the senators who were the jurors and the rest of the nation to remind us of what really happened, and then to try to make the case of whose fault it was. I think it was very smart on the part of the House managers. And I don't think that the Trump's defense team did an adequate job today of sort of counteracting that in the way that they presented their argument.
Yeah, and I've got to think that piece of video is going to be used and played over and over again in the coming days as they make these arguments. What other key things are you looking at in the next couple days, or are you going to focus on?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, thank you. So in the next 2 days, the House managers will have 16 hours, so a full 2 days to go over their case. And I think we're likely to see more video like we saw today, more firsthand accounts from those who were there, and really dissecting word for word, tweet for tweet, video for video, how the president not only on the day of incited it, but was working sort of his way up to it. I think we're going to see some painstaking and emotional detail in the next 2 days. And then after that, as the Trump defense team comes for their 2 days, I think we're likely to focus again, as you brought up, on that lust for impeachment and really spend very little time on what he actually said, except for them trying to make the case that it's a free speech issue, which doesn't really apply in the case of an impeachment trial.
All right. In a way, history repeating itself. Suzanne Schott at North Central College. Great to talk with you. Thanks for your time tonight.
You both as well. Take good care.
All right. Ahead at 6:30, we're going to have a live update from Washington on the latest in the impeachment trial, and you can always go to WGNTV.com for updates as well.
Now to the latest COVID numbers here in